Steady now.
Once one of the jewels in SNK's crown, Samurai Shodown endured a downturn after the release of the critically mauled Sen in the late 2000s. This 2019 installment marked a decade since the last game, as well as a move away from SNK's in-house engine, and it faced some stiff competition in the 8th gen, with so many competing series making their comebacks. But amidst a crowded lobby of competitors, this one stands out with its more cerebral pace, focus on defensive options, and striking art style. Those wanting a unique fighter or have a craving for the path of the samurai will find a lot to like here, though it still bears a few rough edges. A reboot set between the original and 5th games, 1787 Japan is suffering a myriad of woes, be it famine or fires. But an even bigger threat looms as evil converges into a formidable cloud, and while gathering for unique reasons, warriors begin to cross the land and overseas to combat this force. The roster of 16 includes a mix of returning fighters and newcomers as, along with series icons like Haohmaru, characters debut such as Dali Dagger, who wields a saw blade style weapon. Each character feels unique, brandished with their own weapon which handles differently from one another, as well as varying sizes, such as Earthquake's screen-filling presence. It's an eclectic lineup of fighters for sure, but it's fun to learn their quirks. Samurai Shodown returns to the 2D plane, albeit with fully 3D visuals. Weapon attacks come in light, medium, and heavy varieties, as well as a kick and shove which creates space. The rage meter also sees a comeback, filling with defensive moves and opponents dealing damage, and it proves a key component to this balancing act. Once filled, it can be activated for extra damage and the opportunity for lightning strikes, potent specials which deal huge damage. Activation also pushes foes back, which can help fend off a flurry of offense. But it also requires careful use, as it becomes unavailable after a single burst. One of the defining tenets of Samurai Shodown has been its high damage levels, and this remains a factor here. Every attack feels weighty and distinct, and some can take off significant chunks of health. Even on the lower setting, getting caught off guard with a well-timed strike can quickly sway a battle. Unlike fighters such as Tekken, there's a focus on defense and timed blocks, opening up opportunities for strong attacks, weapon flipping techniques, and special moves. There's also a bevy of defensive options, allowing you to catch your opponent's blade, disarm them completely, and counter. The above definitely lend itself to a slower paced fight, and those weaned on combo focused fighters may find it too slow for their tastes. Once you become accustomed to the pace and key techniques, it's gratifying as you end fights in a snap. Gruesome finishing moves also make a return, adding more weight to every move. It's a shame that the modes feel a little light, especially for solo players. Story proves the meat of the experience, with unique opening and ending cutscenes for each character. It's otherwise a basic arcade mode, replete with cheap final boss to fight, as is SNK tradition. Battle offers time trial, survival, and gauntlet, which sees you facing every character in the game. Online mode offers lobbies, 1v1 and 2v2 battles in both ranked and casual, though it's lacking crossplay like other titles around the same time. Dojo mode proves intriguing, as it allows you to download Train Ghost from other players in either single matches or Iron Man mode against 100 opponents, which proves a great challenge against seasoned players. It's all serviceable, but it lacks some of the longevity of other fighters.
正義が俺を呼んでいる。さあ行くぜ、パピー。
Samurai Shodown marked the first SNK fighter to use Unreal Engine 4, and it looks beautiful. It's gorgeously animated, bolstered by a light cell shading and meshed with colourful backgrounds that flow as you fight, such as the beach stage. The vibrancy is contrasted by striking blood splatter, violent finishes, and stylish lightning strikes which turn the screen red and white. Cutscenes and windscreens are also stylishly drawn, incentivizing you to beat the stories. The only major blemish concerns severe loading times, with some lasting upwards of 30 seconds, and it's especially noticeable during story. The audio is great. The stirring soundtrack escalates beautifully in conjunction with the action, including traditional flute music and orchestral. Sword slices strike with intensity, and the gruesome finishes sound unnerving. Meanwhile, the voice work smartly sticks with the original Japanese track. Samurai Shodown successfully returns the once beloved series to the spotlight, even if some blemishes in the blade do stand out. It feels quite unlike any of its contemporaries, opting to replace flashy, combo-driven action with methodical, defense-heavy combat. It won't appeal to everyone, but those wanting a unique weapons-based fighter will find a lot to enjoy. The beautiful presentation also helps. It's a shame that technical issues and a lack of compelling modes will turn some off, but those itching for something which carves a path away from the competition, especially with brute force, will come away satisfied.
悪鬼羅刹となりて目の前の敵すべてを切る。